got your boots back on, kicking dust in a new direction. Johnny boy, you built a house of love upon the hills of Tennessee, yeah, where hummingbirds are flying in the sky. Dreams are coming true. A magic place where you can count the stars. Just lay down in the middle of the night, look up to the sky. Tennessee skyline. This is where we want to be. Tennessee skyline. This is the place for you and me. Tennessee skyline. Yeah, this is where we wanna be. In Tennessee, in Tennessee, in Tennessee, yeah. Where hummingbirds
Got ourselves in a little pickle. I don't know.
Walked all the way down to the bridge.
Yeah.
Once we, I'm just worried about the canopy. There's one low branch that might be an issue.
Okay. Is there any chance that road goes to the road that you need? That one right there in front of us?
No, it goes up to residential.
I was afraid if you stayed much longer, we were going to get stuck in the mud, so.
There was a guy down there who came through in a white pickup truck and he stopped. He goes, I've seen people come through here with campers before.
Okay, campers or fifth wheels?
You know they call them campers out here.
Okay. All right, here we go.
In about 0.1, make a U-turn.
Splice these together. I can get up on the.
Make a U-turn.
So by him saying, oh, never mind. Okay, here's civilization. That's good.
Turn right.
Anything?
Everything's still here.
That's good. It's quite the adventure.
A quick update, we did leave St. Augustine, Florida yesterday, and we drove all the way up to Nashville, Tennessee. Got in here about 6:30, I guess. It was a 12-hour drive up here. We're going to be doing some tours, going to hit downtown Nashville and hit this place up and see what it's all about.
I don't want to bother Bill. And she said, oh, he's out of town on tour. He'll never know it. So come on in. So Sarah said, I did want to see the inside of that. So under him during the Civil War, and they liked him so much that they named that Fort Nashboro. And eventually it became Nashville. Over there, what you call is the money shot of Nashville. You look right there and you see the Tennessee Titans framed right there. But this is where it all began. James Robinson actually witnessed.
Yeah, them telephone poles, huh? Looks like it.
Look like old telephone poles, don't they? But now they are embedded in tan. In front was parking, and the blue and tan in back is parking. You can see some of the original parking spots. They use them for valet right now. But about 3 foot the other side of that orange umbrella is where the front door was. Robert had been trying to get some music to him, and Harold never would return his call, so Robert called over here one day and he said, is Harold in?
Our tour car.
smaller arena now that only seats 10,000 in there, and you can have a seat any place in there, and there's not one post to block.
So if you stand on the nail and you talk, you can hear the echo. Hear the echo? 1, 2, 3, echo, echo, echo. So we're in Nashville right now, and we're staying in Goodallsville, the only 5-star hotel in Tennessee, and quite a bit of history here as well. We just got back from an outstanding tour of Nashville, the Grand Ole Opry, and just a huge deep dive into the history of Nashville and Tennessee. The gentleman we used was a guy named Tony Cochran. He is a former vice police officer here in town. He also worked as security for the Grand Ole Opry, Elvis Presley, and a lot of other big-time country singers. He knows his stuff about this town. He knows the singers. If you're ever out here and you want to do this tour, I'll post his link down below. We left here at 8 o'clock this morning and it's 1:45, so it was a very in-depth tour. Make sure you hit him up. Again, I'll put the link down below.
house.
Rich.
What are you using to create heat? Is it propane or natural gas?
It is natural gas fired steam boiler. It's in that freight container outside, and steam comes in through these black pipes
Okay.
and taps into the equipment. So that's the heat side of things. There's a liquid through vapor at a different temperature. So we'll just set our still, usually around that 170, 180 mark. And it'll allow that alcohol vapor to go up, and the water, solids, basically everything else will stay behind. That alcohol vapor goes up the column. It's going to run across that arm. It's going to drop down. So 2-inch arm, that pipe, taps into this bigger pipe. Inside this big pipe is cold water. It's circulating from my cold water tank. And that 2-inch pipe is separate with that hot alcohol vapor. As that hot alcohol vapor goes down this cold zone, it's going to cool off and then it's back into liquid alcohol. It falls down and out, prepare it, and then into our wheeler. And we got this one coming off the still there. That's the great news. Other guys from wheat that are barley in right here. Alcohol, great solvent, soaks on it. It's off the birds on a scale from 1 to 4. It's actually not too many hours.
All right, so back at America's Tire Store, actually, Discount Tire. Seems like everything out of California is Discount Tire, but when you're in California, it's America's Tire. There's Kim. And the reason we stopped this time is because I had new tires put on my truck and I put the beads in there so they self-balance. And it's supposed to continuously balance the tire from the inside so that you're never out of balance. Well, when we were in St. Augustine, I had the tires rotated, and when the tires moved to the front, the shaking was just crazy. I couldn't really go over like 65 miles an hour. And as you all know, out here in the Midwest, 65 miles an hour, you're getting run over. And typically with towing the rig, I don't really like going much more than 67. I hate going to 70. and I really try and my max speed about 67. But the boys here at Discount Tire never disappoint. They took care of us in Long Beach when we had the issue with the trailer tires. They took care of us in St. Augustine, and unfortunately I had to pay for this one because it wasn't their tires that they mounted. But we're getting fixed up. Hopefully this makes a world of difference, and a big shout out to these guys. I will not use any other tire shop other than America/Discount Tire.
Although I'm running up ahead.